You're still my best friend, but I hate you. That one from my tippy.
Oops. Meant to play non-copyright music. God. Alright, hopefully, because that was really short, it won't be too bad. Alright. My laundry's in the dryer right now, so I'll probably grab that in like half an hour-ish. Let's turn this down a bit. Actually, I could turn it on my end. Alright, so... Oh my gosh, I'm really tired right now. Yeah, I ended up taking a nap in like the late afternoon and then slept until like 8 or 9 p.m. Got up and got some dinner. Yeah, so today's stream is going to be just, I guess, like doing a planning out process for things like the stream starting screen, ending screen, and then starting screen, ending screen, and possibly an overlay. Yeah, because it's been kind of a long time since I started streaming and I haven't updated the overlay and stuff like that. Well, my voice is also... Yeah, my voice is also kind of, sounds like congested or almost. Okay, so the general theme that I'm thinking of going with would be following kind of the Stinger transition as it is right now. I'll also be updating the Stinger transition, but that will be afterwards because I think it's... I mean, I have a Stinger right now, and I think I'll just like try to have it be kind of just updated later on. Okay, so yeah, I don't really know what I'm actually doing right now. That's why I want to like start off by just doing the planning. And if I have time before I get too tired, then I'll move on to actually trying to start. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the Stinger itself looks like this right now. So there's kind of like a sky blue and white theme going on. So I'm thinking of like having the sky be kind of like the thing tying together the stream opening and ending screen. There was a long time ago, and then as for the rest of the screens, a long time ago I'd imagined like this artwork, and I tried to draw it out one time but it didn't work out, of like sea and land kind of like mixed together, or kind of like if you're at a beach and there is a deck to a house on the beach side, and then you have like a mermaid or something on the ocean side, kind of like switching the two concepts, right? So like one half you would have like, instead of the sky and the beach be like the ground level, you would have the ocean and the ocean bed as the like ground level, and then on the other side it would be kind of like the sky has turned into the sea, and then the deck and the beach have turned into the ocean floor. But putting those together in like the same plane, like a horizontal plane, didn't really work out. when I tried drawing it myself. So I think I'm gonna scrap the ocean side and I guess just have like a house in the sky, kind of like up. So the sky would be an ocean and the deck is kind of like floating as a floating island, and then I'll have like a characterization of my avatar sitting on a porch watching the sky. So what I was thinking of starting with was finding a no copyright like sky animation. Are these completely free to use? Okay. Now, when it comes to the like, oh, wait, I actually really like this. Free to use. Wow, that's a lot of views. Okay. So I'm guessing a lot of people have used this asset before. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I was hoping to go for. Maybe a bit more on the animated side, because I'll be drawing in the rest myself. Unless I can find like a porch free asset. So license, pixels are free to use, attribution not required. Can modify it. What is not allowed, identify people. Okay, don't sell unaltered copies. Okay. Don't imply endorsement of your product by people or brands. Don't redistribute or sell. Okay. So it looks like these are able to be used just in general. So for the screen starting and ending screens, I was thinking of like the beginning would be the stream starting screen would be like moving through the clouds as I'm sitting on the porch, maybe sipping on some tea, and it would be like bright like this. And then for the stream ending, I would have like maybe the house like floating more in the distance, and then I'm also still like on the porch, maybe standing up this time, and then there would be like a sunset to represent the ending screen. As for the overlay, I'm not too sure what to do with an overlay at the moment. Generally, I think overlays should probably not be animated, right? Or if they are animated, then like only animate a slight amount. So, okay, so I guess the first step is one will be a blue sky, the other will be a nighttime sky or sunset. Oh, these are photos. Yeah, I want video. Oh, these are videos. Okay. I wonder if there's any like animated ones. Sure. So cookies. Okay, this is looking up at the sky, not what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay, so there's a differentiation to be made between looking up at the clouds and floating above the clouds. Yeah, so if there's something kind of like this but a bit more complicated, then I would probably prefer that. Maybe clouds? Let's take a look at this. Is there an above the clouds tag? This is also still like, most of these are still a bit too realistic, I feel like. worst case, which is probably gonna end up taking a long time if I try to do it, is like trying to use these concepts and animating it myself. But even the like stream starting screen, or actually no, sorry, the transition, the stinger transition was kind of hard to animate. I really struggled with that on that. I think I streamed it, right? But then one of the windows of After Effects didn't actually show up, so I was kind of at a loss for that. I don't know why it was like, it was under the same like tab on the taskbar, but I guess it was counted as a different window or something. Or maybe I used the wrong capture method. Yeah, or something like this, but bluer. Jeez. Or maybe this is the wrong website to be looking at. Yeah, and I don't want to pan left or right or down, up and down. I want to have like a movement forward. Okay. So it looks like clouds might not be the best way to go. Oh yeah, and then I'd also want to add a instrumental, so I think I'll just take one of these from Spotify's free to use stuff. I'll just like attribute it in my descriptions, and hopefully that's okay. Yeah, so this would be nice, but it's like a panning left to right. Actually, will this actually? This might actually work. Wow, 34K downloads. 35-second duration. So I think I would have like a animation that loops 7 times over 5 seconds each. FPS 25. I don't think FPS is going to be a problem because the frames for my movement are going to be a lot less. So I'm thinking of maybe like, I've taken a look at like a friend's stream starting screen, and he seems to have like, let me count the number of frames that are on there. So his stream opening screen is like wait, why is my stream is still, my stream still says scheduled, but then when I click on it, you heard that just now, it actually played. Okay, oh, wrong channel. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how many is this? How do they make it look so smooth? Jeez. I guess like they work the timings for each of the frames very in a calculated way. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, this might actually be a 10 frame video. So his tail moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a total, yeah, it's a total of like 10 frames or something. So one part of it loops twice in the course of one playthrough. And then a couple other assets replay once every 10 frames. Oh, okay, so yeah, I think it is 10 frames, and then... Okay, so it's 10 frames. So if this animation that I'm looking at right now is 35 seconds to 25 frames per second, so that's 25 times... So it's 875 total frames through the duration. So let me... Yeah, let me take a note of this. Stream starting screen. Background will be this. 875 total frames with a runtime of 35 seconds and 25 frames per second. So maybe... Yikes. So I think I'll probably want to make this in After Effects for the animation. So it might just be best to... Okay, let me see how many... Okay, so... So it's 10 frames for my friend's stream opening screen within 2 seconds. So that's 5 frames per second. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's 5 frames per second. So his starting screen, 2-second loop at 5 frames per second. Let me just take a look one more time, see if that's right. Yikes. Oh, this is really hard to tell. Is it actually 2 seconds? It's like 2.5 seconds. Oh my goodness. Two and a half to 3 seconds, and then Okay. um. Yeah, it's like a 2.5 second loop with 10 frames total. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, so I guess the first starting point I should be doing for my part in this is determining what kind of action is going to be done by the animation. So if I have a teacup and it's steaming, probably, or like a coffee cup, it's steaming, and then I'll want to have frames that have me picking it up and putting it back down. So the steam is going to be probably like 2 seconds or 2 frames per movement of the steam coming out. Maybe 3 frames per second. Or, sorry, 3 frames. Yeah, okay, so my animation is definitely going to end up being longer than a short loop, like my friends. Actually, I think... okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up... My screen is going to be 7-second loops. Seven-second loops, and then that means the total number of frames for the background would be 175 frames. So I need to figure out how I'm going to break down these frames. So my hand is probably going to stay on the cup the entire time, so that it's easier to like do the picking up and putting back down. I'll have myself turned towards the back or the side so that I can reduce the overall animation for the character. Okay, so porch of house floating in sky, coffee/teacup on a table, maybe small table. Character sitting in kind of like a rocking chair-esque. A rocking chair-esque chair. Hand on cup. Cup will be steaming. Raise cup up to mouth, and I'll have the cup obscure the mouth, so I don't have to do like a sipping animation. Close eyes when sipping. Put cup back down. And open eyes again. Okay, let me imagine myself picking up a cup and putting it back down. Or I'll actually act it out. So I'm sitting there. So I think I need like, 1, 2, 3, 1. Let me play this and keep track of the timing. So I think I can do 3 seconds of steaming. Okay. So breakdown is going to be 3 seconds idle, maybe blink once. Steaming cup. 4 seconds picking up and taking a sip. So for the steaming cup, that's a total of 45 frames per second, or 45 frames for background. In which case I'll have, how many ways of breaking, so how many factors of 45 are there? There's going to be 1, 3, 5, 15. If I divide by 5, that's 9 frames per... Okay, so 9 frames, probably. Actually, Adobe After Effects, FPS, I guess. Because I think I need a good number of frames for each of the movements that I'm adding to match the 25 frames per second of this animation. That way in After Effects I won't have to like break it down into like thirds of frames or something like that. Oh, I think you could probably see the low battery. I had to charge my other phone so I could keep track of the time. Okay, let me plug this in. Am I able to download this in another frames per second? No. Yikes. Oh, you can change the FPS of an imported file. Okay, so... Actually, can human eyes tell difference between 2 FPS? Okay, so I might be able to manipulate the frames per second to 27 or something. And I'm pretty sure that a 2 FPS difference is not going to be that bad. But I'll have to actually test that in After Effects to see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm gonna also save this website, Skillademia, which talks about how to change frame rate. So change FPS to 27. That way I can do 9 frames per. Nine frames? Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do. I'm confusing myself now. Okay, actually, keep it at 25 FPS. So there's going to be 45 frames for the background, so that means I'm going to have 5 frame parts for the steam. So nine steam positions total. Am I counting this correctly? 25 FPS, 3 seconds idle. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So 9 steam positions total. I'll have to make sure that they end up being quite smooth. So it's probably going to take a lot of trial and error for the steam positions. I'm also going to have to, I'll have to look up how to simulate all these things like steam. I'd imagine if you were to animate clouds with this like wispiness, there's probably some good simple tutorials for how to get that wispiness for the steam or the vapor itself. So next part is going to be 4 seconds for picking up and taking a sip. Oh wait, should I be? Okay, let's go with this. Yeah, this is some reference I was already taking for a reference I was taking for a Stinger transition because I want to update that. Okay, so just the stream starting screen. Oh wait, I gave it only view access. Wait, shoot. I showed the address. Let me make a new doc. I'm gonna copy this to a new thing.
All through the years, you'll remember that a man went to the gallows because she was too selfish to wait 2 hours.
That was oversight. Okay, let me cut this off. And now share this. I don't mind my name being there because I already linked my Instagram on the YouTube page anyway. Okay. So the background will be from here. There's going to be 875 total frames, provided that this animation is actually exactly 35 seconds. So for Skillademia, this is only if I need to change a frame rate for something. So my friends is like 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds loop at 5 FPS. Or what looks to be 5 FPS. And then my screen is going to be 7-second loops 5 times over, which counts as 175 frames for the background. So it's going to be a portrait of a house floating in the sky, all this. So this is going to be the, what do they call it? A storyboard? Let's get some underlines here. Time blocking. So blocking out how the timings are going to work out. Oh, my laundry's done, so I'll go grab that. And I need to fold it up. So the music I'm going to choose to be whatever that one loop is called on this playlist that's currently playing that I end up adding to my own playlist. Okay, I think it's this one. Where'd it go? Here it is. Is there a different one elsewhere? No. So that's gonna be music. Okay, so this is gonna be like, how many seconds for picking it up? Wait, is this 3 full seconds? 1, 2, 3. So the motion is going to be 2 seconds to pick up, 1 second to sip, and 1 second to put it back down. No, 1 second to pick up. Or more like 1.5 seconds-ish for picking up. 1.5 for putting down. And then for picking up around the same time to sip, and then that leaves around 1 second to put back down. Okay, and I'm working with 25 frames per second, so shoot. Okay, so that's going to be 80 frames for, or 100 frames for background. So let's say like shoot, what's a good partition for this? 40, 40, 20. I'm gonna test out 40, 40, 20. Okay. And then for the eyes, I'm gonna do at 10 frames in, start closing eyes for 30 frames. Keep eyes closed for 30 frames. Open eyes again for 30 frames. And then here we have 45 frames total for the background. Okay, maybe I won't blink once. Just because the 45 frames seems a bit short. I am a complete idiot. 25 times 3 is 75. So if I were to do 5 frame parts, that would mean that there's 15 steam positions. So let's do like 5 steam positions total, repeat positions 3 times. So it's going to be a 25 frame loop of 5 positions, and then repeat that 3 times. So I think that's a bit more manageable. 100 frames for background. Okay. Do I want wind? Also, am I able to draw my character well enough? Okay, yeah. Just making this is probably gonna... I've seen on like Fiverr a lot of the turnaround dates for like days for like really nice screens is like 5 days. But I think it's gonna be like 5 days for... It's gonna take so long for me to draw this out. I guess I'll have like wind chimes or something. Factors of 175. I think the biggest one is just going to be 25. Oh, 35. There's a 35 factor. So 35 would be... 35 would be 5. Wind chimes on house to simulate wind. 35 frame loops or positions. Repeated 5 times. Okay, I'm gonna go get my laundry. It's gonna take a little bit, but come back to finish this like small planning once I finish. Yeah, I'll finish this planning once I get back, and then yeah, I think that's gonna already be the stream for today. Did I really? Yeah. Okay. I'm just amazed that it took me so long to plan out at least this like small little bit. It's probably gonna be like the next several streams of just like trying to put this together. I'm doing this because I don't really have the money to pay like $40 minimum for like a quality screen, and that's only like a single screen. My overlay is definitely going to be just like a lot more simple. The only thing that I might pay more, or like pay for, would be like a stinger. Just because I don't really fully trust myself with being able to navigate through that just yet. I'll at least like try it out, but if it doesn't come out to be something that I like, then like staring at any screens, I've already been making do with these like crappy three image loops, but yeah, the stinger could be nicer, because I'm doing something a lot more complicated than the video like teaches you that I'm looking at. This stuff is like a general stinger. Like, I'm gonna be trying to make use of this like trim path stuff, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the mic for now. I'll keep the music going, and then I'll probably be back on here in like 15 minutes.
made into cigarettes.
There is so much we can learn in the universe.
We have to be careful.
called you so late last night.
Too many ways those monsters can get in up there.
Oh, it's late.
here, get some fresh air.
Here they come.
I'm going to rid you of your vulgar ways.
Gas, what smoke, boy?
I finally put my hope in you. You never let me down. You will always see me through. I finally put my hope in you. You never let me down. You will always see me through.
opportunity to prove your fitness to provide. I know a lot of regular kids have wound up in jail.
You really mustn't, darling.
Shoot, I was actually gone for like half an hour. Whoops. I thought it was gonna take like 15 minutes. Okay, I guess, yeah, folding the clothes took a lot longer than I thought it would. I should also be getting to sleep pretty soon, because I'm grabbing lunch with someone tomorrow. Yeah, I at least wanted to hop on stream for at least, like, something today, because I'm not planning on streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow, depending on how the lunch timing and grocery shopping I have to do works out, I'm gonna be working on cleaning up the choreo for Bay's dancing, because I want to get that Goddish revised dance cover out as soon as possible. Just so that I can like get that done, right? Otherwise, it'll be kind of like Marin's and Kiara's DU challenge, where I don't really revisit them. I think because I was originally going for like doing a tutorial for Anime Treasure Box, and I realized how difficult it is for me while I was learning it. I think I became kind of I came to think that maybe it might not be best for me to like push myself to get through that choreo. The Do You challenge though is something that I definitely want to revisit at some point. Might just post it without having the hashtag on it onto my Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, I might re-record that tomorrow actually as well. After doing some of the cleaning. Because it's been half a year already. I see the move breakdown tutorial I posted was 6 months ago. So it's quite late to be doing a revision to that. Okay, so for the rest of the stuff, yeah, so I'm gonna have to draw out the house, draw out the porch, draw out the wind chimes. Oh, this is still just the time blocking too, huh? So I'm gonna have to break down like how many frames for each motion. Because I think with trying to make a smoother animation, I might have to do like 5-frame intervals. So that would mean that in total I would have to make, like for the picking up and putting down motion, not for the not for like the steam and the wind chime. So wind chimes are going to be just simpler motions, but for the frame breakdown. So steam is going to be 5 positions total, repeat positions 3 times. 5 frames per. Wind chimes will be So that's going to be the time breakdowns. And then frame breakdowns. "35 frame loops, 7 frames per position." Okay, so it's going to be picking up 8 arm positions total, 5 frames per position, repeat positions 1 time for a total of 40 frames. Sipping is going to be just 1 idle position for 40 frames. Oh wait, I'm going to be 1 arm position total, 40 frames per position, repeat positions 1 time, frames total, and then also eyes closed for 30 frames, and then for the next 10 frames, I think eyes opening and closing, I can probably get away with just 3 positions. And I can just repeat those same eye positions each time. Actually, if I'm facing towards the right, I can probably get away with just having positions for a single eye. And then I'll want to make sure that I can copy the 3 eye positions so that I can do it forward and backwards for the closing and opening, animations. So So 3 eye positions total. It's going to be 10 frames per position. Positions 1 time for 30 frames total. Copy eyes opening and closing positions. So I might want to, if I'm doing this in Photoshop for the for each of these frames, like drawing out each of these frames, then I think I'll have to separate the eyes as a separate, keep the eyes as a separate layer. Eyes opening and closing positions will be the same, just backwards. So these are going to be intermediate positions between open and closed eye positions. Keep as separate layer in Photoshop files. For easier manipulation. Putting down. It's going to be 4 arm positions total, 5 frames per position. Repeat positions 1 time for 20 frames total. Okay. So in total, I'm going to have to be drawing out 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And I'm hoping the copy paste thing is going to be relatively easy. If I can like have one frame be on the screen in Photoshop and then be able to like use it as a keyframe, so I can position the layers exactly, then that would be ideal. And then actual number of drawings I'll have to make is 5, 10, 18, 19, 22, 26. So 26 drawings total. Or maybe total for animation, and then 1 drawing for house. Okay, and I think I'll recycle for the closing screen. Oh, and I'll also have to add in text box for... Actually, do I want the stream starting soon animated as well? Let's do 3 text boxes. So I'm gonna do kind of what I'm doing already. So stream starting soon. Now this is 175 frames total. I got it. Okay. So for text, I'm going to be doing what's 175 divided by 5? 35. Is that interesting enough? Because if the text follows just the wind chimes, the wind chimes are gonna have 5 different positions. What is it that was 35 frames? Oh, the wind chimes are gonna, yeah, so the wind chimes are gonna have 35 frame loops repeated 5 times. So these words popping up for each of those loops is probably okay. So 35 frames for stream, 35 frames for starting, 35 frames for soon, 35 frames for removing soon, 35 frames for removing starting. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's gonna look like there's 70 total frames for just stream, and then pop up, disappear, disappear. Yeah, I don't want to have like each of the letters bouncing or anything, or like fading in and out. Want to make it slightly more simple. Okay, so that's my stream starting screen. And then my stream ending. Thanks for watching screen. So at least for the frame breakdown for the text, I'm also gonna, well, actually I need to find the sunset clouds. My drawing's gonna look so out of place compared to this. Because this is like 100% realistic, and then knowing my own drawing skills, my house is gonna be like one palette, or like one color that's just like solid, barely any shadows. Yeah, something almost like this would be nice. It's kind of shaky though. Oh. Oh, this is the same person as the other sunset one. Oh wait, I needed to be able to loop. Oh crud. Oh no. Does this one loop? Oh shoot, this doesn't loop. Okay. Oh no. Oh shoot, I did all that planning with these frames and I didn't think about it looping. Do I need to make like a stinger for my stream opening screen? No, okay. Oh, well, okay, yeah. This is gonna kind of be a stinger. Bright light flashing to restart position of storyboard. So my solution is going to be I have something like flash out, and then I just like repeat everything from the start. So it's going to be kind of like a hard transition. So I don't think I'm going to have like a sourced light. So like I'm not going to have the light like appear from a certain place. I'm going to have it like fade in over the entire canvas and then fade out. I don't know how to do that though. Because if I'm going to have the bright light flashing, I'm going to have the light flash onto the entire canvas as it is and then fade it back into the original position. And because of that fade, it's going to be slightly harder. Unless I can put like, unless After Effects has a way to like, Okay, so I think what I'm gonna have to do in After Effects is I'm gonna have it start with a bright light that's fading away, and then goes into the start of the storyboard. So let's say like 1 second. Bright light fading to reveal starting position. So it's going to be a 9-second total screen. I'm gonna try to find a perfect loop for the sunset. So I don't have to do this like transition thing. Does this work? I might have to fade it in before this loop before this video ends, so that it's not like, so it doesn't look like it gets stuck at this position and then the light flashes. I have to have it flash like starting like a split second before it ends. So I'm gonna have to play around with that a bit. And this light fading away to reveal the starting position is also gonna have to like dig into part of this 3 seconds idle. Have part of the 1 second fading cut into the 3 seconds idle animation. Like maybe 0.25 seconds or so. Okay, considering the storyboard, I may have to like I might have to commission this if it gets too complicated. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna spend like an entire month of streams trying to get this to work. Okay. So in that case, it's probably going to be like 5-ish frames of the light fading out. Seems a bit too short. So let's say like 10 frames. And then 10 frames easing in bright light. Is there a way to search up loops? How many views does this have? Okay, maybe I'll, yeah, I think I'll just use this. How many seconds is the loop itself? Oh, no, okay. The fact that it's a loop isn't a problem. So this is the starting frame. It looks to me like these are the same. The starting frame and the last frame. Yeah. There's a little wisp right here. Yeah. Okay, let me use this. So what I can do is, even though the loop So even though this loop is over 3 minutes, I can always just separate the layers between the animation that I'm going to be making and the background. So I can have the background just go through the 3 minutes itself, and then I'll have my own part loop over, let's say, like 15 seconds or so. Because this one is 35, oh, maybe a bit longer. No, I think 15 seconds is fine. It's going to be idle for most of the time. No, I can get away with 30 seconds, maybe. "30-second loops," and I'm gonna have it be my own sake, I'm gonna make it 30 FPS. So it's gonna be 900 frames total. If I could figure out how much FPS this is, then that'd be nice, but yikes. But I can change it in After Effects when I add it in. So I'm gonna have time blocks of... So I'm gonna be facing away. Oh, I should storyboard this first. Facing entirely away from camera. 15 seconds, or standing straight on the porch next to the... I'll be holding the fence of the porch. So the back of the porch is going to have a fence. Fence is the best way I can put it. It's like whatever like wall there is for the porch. Lean down to put head on hand, while right elbow... Put head on right hand, while right elbow rests on the fence. Legs will bend. In response to resting head motion. So it's going to be... So we have 30-second loops. So I think I can probably do like 15 seconds standing straight. Or no, 10 seconds standing straight. Yeah, this is... Okay, yeah, this is going to be easy. 5 seconds... leaning down. 5 seconds... getting back up. 10 seconds wait, that's really unnatural. It should only take like 3 seconds to get down. Enough. FPS. So I have 90 frames to get up and down. How natural do I want to make the motion? Okay. So the leaning down and getting back up will be same motion but backwards. 1 second, so 30 frames. Six positions. Wait, how did I format this over it? $18 positions. 6 for left arm onto fence. 6 for right arm onto fence. 6 for leaning down onto hand. So it's 18 positions, 30. So there's going to be 5 frames per position. Which gives me 90 frames total. I'll still have the wind chimes going, but this time it's going to be a slightly different, I guess, wind speed. So over here I had a total of 175 frames, but it's a loop of 35 frames per second. So now, because I have 12 seconds of standing straight, 3 seconds leaning down, that's going to be 15 seconds total. Or rather, my entire thing is going to be 30 seconds. So 7 frames per position. So it's a little over 1 second for the full wind chime motion. Really? That seems a bit excessive. $35 frames, 25 frames per second. So it's like 1.5 seconds. Okay, I'll need to test this out. It might be a bit too quick. In which case, like, logic would say that my hair should probably be blowing as well. So let's say that it's 2 second loops here. Two-second loops would mean 60 frames. So I could do maybe 12 frames per position, in which case it's 5 positions. And I'm going to repeat this 15 times. So that's 3,000 frames? No, 9,000. 60 times 15, 600, 900. 900 frames total. text is going to be 10 seconds of stream, 10 seconds of ending, 10 seconds of thank you for watching. Then hard cut, erase ending and thank you for watching. At end of each loop. So drawings, it's going to be, so take house drawing, house and chimes drawing from stream starting, change color palette to match sunset color. So if I do the shading properly and that kind of stuff, then Photoshop can easily change the color palette to make it warmer. On the other hand, the character drawing is going to be character and cup animation, or Steam animation, or total for animated parts. So now it's going to be $23. Drawings for animated parts. And then 3 text boxes for a text. Okay, this took a lot longer than I thought it would, but yeah, at least this is a start. So I'll see when I can actually get to working on this, probably relatively soon, and then yeah, that's gonna be my, I guess, like main priority for now in terms of like streaming content. I'll probably intersperse some more gaming streams in between, as well as another set of like working streams. It's spring break right now over here, so those working streams are maybe going to be sparse this week, but I'm gonna try to like actually work on those next week, like work on integrating those next week to my usual routine. Yes. Okay. Well, that's it for me. In case if you joined in, thanks for watching, even though it was only like, it's kind of boring. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do that interspersing of more exciting streams. Oh yeah, and unless like I can find someone who's already transcribed Vespers, Noir Vespers intro background music, or was it outro? Whichever one's the piano one. Da, 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 da. His intro one. Yeah, his intro music. I'll probably also maybe like try to do a piano stream for that as well. Piano transcribing stream. Similar to the Choco's Bakery one. Yeah. Because at least of the people who watched it, I think it was pretty okay. In terms of, I think there was like, was it like, yeah, so 3 likes out of the 5 views that's gotten, so yeah, pretty cool. Alrighty, well, in that case, no stream tomorrow, unless it's going to be kind of late. In which case, I'll probably catch y'all on Wednesday. Alright, have a good rest of the night. Bye-bye.